And there's one storyline that came out yesterday that reminds me of every storyline that has come out about this player recently. Kawhi Leonard is out indefinitely. Did that strike a chord with anybody else other than me? Do you remember when Kawhi Leonard was on the Paris Olympic team? Does the Paris Olympics seem like a year ago to you? Because it does to me. Literally. It was like a month ago, 3 months ago. It was sometime in July, August, September, October, 3 months ago. Kawhi Leonard was on the Olympic team, and then he wasn't really practicing, and then he was taken off the Olympic team. And then Lawrence Frank of the Clippers said, "This is an outrage. We want him on the Olympic team. He's rehabbed. He's ready to roll. This is terrible." Remember that? Kawhi Leonard was just sort of quiet about it. Well, training camp's coming to an end in the NBA. And guess what? He hasn't played one preseason minute. Wait a minute. He hasn't practiced with the team yet. Wait a minute. He's not ready to go. And the Clippers said, "Hey, I'm not sure we can wait much longer, so we're going to announce it." And the way they announced it is that Kawhi Leonard will be sidelined indefinitely as he, quote, rehabilitates from inflammation in his right knee. That's what a source told ESPN. Listen, I've been around some inflamed knees before. Rehabbing inflammation. Well, that's one way to say it. Another way to say it is that you've got permanent knee issues that will never get better, and that you try to manage the pain to play once in a while with the recognition that your career could be over. You're going to need knee replacements like Andre Dawson did, or you have the guts to play when you're just uncomfortable. But rehabbing inflammation, you mean like ice, elevation, like working with the trainers for 4 hours a day to try to get swelling out? Like what Freddie Freeman's doing for his ankle with the Dodgers trainers for 4 hours before every game, and still it's hard for him to play? Is that what we're talking about? The Clippers and Leonard's, you see, are in the midst of this great rehab process, while they also have only James Harden to try to take this team in a new dome. Remember, they're in a new arena, the Intuit Dome. This is the Clippers. This is what Steve Ballmer was building for the 2024-25 season. This is when he wanted to overshadow the Lakers because he correctly said the Lakers are barely a play-in team. This could be our moment to get out of under their shadow. It's very much Mets, Yankees, Nets, Knicks. That's Clippers, Lakers. White Sox, Cubs. Used to be A's, Giants. There's always the big brother and the little brother. Steve Ballmer doesn't like that. He wants to be the main attraction. So he built this incredible arena, and you got to believe that the plan was to be good in the first year in the new arena. That was our plan. We thought that we were going to be good in the new stadium in 2012. It just turns out that we were wrong. But we brought in a bunch of stars, signed a bunch of free agents, and just got it wrong, and it basically cost us. Do you know that DraftKings has an over-under for the Clippers? What do you think it is? Just on a hunch. What's your guess? I'm going to give you an over-under. Do you think that DraftKings win total is over or under 41? 41 is a 500 team. Well, if you're paying attention to the Clippers and the Western Conference, you will not be shocked to know that the win total for the Clippers is 33.5. The Clippers haven't won under 40 games in about 14 years, back when Blake Griffin was a rookie. The team that was put together by Steve Ballmer and his folks, recognizing that Kawhi Leonard is not Kawhi Leonard anymore. Kawhi Leonard is more like Tim Lincecum. You got a couple rings, couple MVPs, but then your career is basically cut short by horrific injuries. Now, Kawhi Leonard, better career than Mike Trout. We should talk. Kawhi Leonard, very similar to Tim Lincecum? Probably. Kawhi Leonard, an NBA Hall of Famer? They let pretty much everybody in, so yes. Kawhi Leonard, an MLB Hall of Famer? No chance, toilet pants. Tim Lincecum was on the ballot like once or twice. And don't forget that Steve Ballmer is so infatuated with Kawhi Leonard, so dreaming that Kawhi Leonard will be what he was when he won the MVPs in Toronto and San Antonio. Those are a long time ago. But guess what he did? He gave Kawhi Leonard 150 million bucks. He gave him a 3-year contract extension just 10 months ago. So I'm quite interested in what's going to happen with the Clippers because it's going to very much bother Steve Ballmer that his team is bad. But I'm more interested in the career of Kawhi Leonard. How long do you think you're out when you say that you're sidelined indefinitely? What is that? What is that? Is that code for 2 to 4 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, 3 to 4 months out for the season? When you tell somebody in a release that you are sidelined indefinitely, that's not a 15-day stint on the injured list. That's not 2 weeks. Because if you had a period of time, you would say a period of time, unless the period of time is so long that you don't want to face it. So we would say indefinitely, knowing that a guy's in Tommy John, or we would say 9 to 12 months, 12 to 14 months, 6 to 9 months. You have a torn rotator cuff, having surgery, 12 months. See you soon. I got to tell you something right now. Actually, Coca, this is such a dead giveaway. Wait to see is when we tell you something's going to happen. If it does, great. If not, fine. We'll revisit it. It's on the document at davidsamsonpodcast.com. Kawhi Leonard will not play until 2025 at the earliest. He is going to miss the first 3 months of the season, 2.5 months of the season, October, November, December. Because if he were going to miss 4 weeks or 6 weeks or 2 weeks, they'd tell us that. They wouldn't say indefinitely.